We need your help. We need your help. We need your help, people in the media. We need the help from the community. We need people to contact us with any information that they may have about this heinous and callous crime. So we're asking you, speaking to the media, I'm speaking to our community and even people outside of Prince William County, if you have any information about this crime that occurred, please contact us. And you can see information, information is available how you do that through our text line, through a phone number, but please contact us. It doesn't matter how insignificant you may think the information is. Let us evaluate that and determine that. We often solve crimes with just a small bit of information that helps us to identify other information that takes us here to the second and third and fourth point, and we eventually solve a crime. And it all starts with just a little bit of information. So we're asking our community and we're asking the news media to please get this story out. This is a heinous crime. People eating at a Denny's at 2 o'clock in the morning, enjoying their time there, enjoying their friends, and people arrive to commit a robbery, and without any provocation, everybody cooperated. There were about 20 people in the store, in the restaurant. Everybody cooperated, no resistance. Nobody did anything but cooperate. They shoot 2 people, and one is murdered. We want to extend our condolences to the victim's family who was murdered, and we certainly want to have our thoughts for the recovery of the second victim. But you ought to be able to eat in a restaurant comfortably, safely, and not have people come in and rob and then shoot on people who are fully cooperating. It's just a callous, heinous act, and we are seeking information from any quarter that will provide that to us. We do have information that leads us to believe there may be a connection between this event, this incident, this murder earlier today, and 3 other robberies that have occurred in Prince William County just in the last few days. You have that information. We've had, this will be the 4th robbery starting on December 21, a Bowl America, a Comfort Inn, and a Walgreens, and now the Dennys. So we believe there may be a link between those armed robberies and this robbery murder today. That's based upon suspect description, MO, weapons used, and time and/or location proximity of the earlier robberies. So we ask that you, again, please get the word out that we're seeking help, we're seeking identification. We want to identify, locate, and arrest the people responsible for this crime, of course. That's what we're seeking. So if they are involved with these earlier robberies, and as I say, we believe there is a link there, then they've escalated their level of violence. They went into a restaurant last night to commit a robbery and callously and heinously shot at 2 people on their way out. So we need to do everything we can to, again, identify, locate, and arrest the people responsible for this crime. We have information for you. We have a video that we've given to you. We appreciate you putting that video out as often as possible so people can see it, our community members can see it, and possibly be able to identify someone in that video that they just recognize. And I appeal to everyone, if you know any information, again, if you know people that were out last night or the dates of these other robberies and are not typically out, and you have some reason to believe they may be involved, they're not typically out after midnight, they've come into some cash recently and unexplained, whatever the reason may be, if you are suspicious, any type of suspicion whatsoever, any type of reason whatsoever, please contact us, and we will certainly evaluate and act on your information. So we really do appreciate that. The FBI is working with us on this case. There is a reward out, and we have that information for you. But our primary purpose today is to seek assistance from the community at large to contact us with any information that they may have regarding this heinous crime that occurred about 12 hours ago. So I'll take a few questions.
Chief, these incidents that happened all appear to be in the same area. What should residents expect from their police department in the coming hours and the coming days in terms of visibility?
Yeah, thank you. You'll certainly see us out there, and you know, we're out there every night, but we're certainly going to be out there in vigilance. We're certainly going to be doing what we can to make sure that our presence is there, seen, recognized by our community members, and by, of course, people who are working in establishments that are open after dark, open after midnight particularly. So you're going to see a presence there. Some of it you'll see, some of it you may not see, but there will be a presence out there.
Chief, what can you tell us about a getaway car or vehicle description or surveillance images outside the Dennys?
Don't have anything on that at this time, but that's one reason we're seeking the information. We continue to evaluate video that we may have acquired from the proximity of each of these robberies to see if there is a vehicle that we can release. That would certainly be helpful if we could identify a vehicle. We're working very hard to do that. We have continued to canvass and, as I say, access and review video to determine if we can pass a car on to the community. We would very much like to identify a vehicle involved. Yes, ma'am.
Chief, can you tell us anything about the timeline of the events earlier today? I mean, can you tell us like what time the suspects entered the restaurant, how long they were there? You know, when did they?
Yes.
What was going on in the restaurant while they were there?
Yes. Well, they went in sometime around 2:30, 2:40, and they weren't there very long, really just a few minutes, where they basically, you know, accosted the employees and the staff to rob each of them. There for just a few minutes. And I think we put out, of course, that they were armed. There was at least one handgun involved, which, of course, unfortunately was used on both of our victims. So they were there for a number of minutes, not terribly long, and did what they could to rob employees and staff inside the Dennys.
So did the people who were sitting in the restaurant, did they know what was going on? Were they ordered to do anything?
Well, they came in, and I think they spoke with the people as they made their way into the restaurant. I'm not going to get into what they said, but there was some recognition that there was a robbery in progress.
So can you say, like, did people have to hide, or I mean, did people have to hide in the restaurant, or was it happening so fast that they just didn't?
Well, I think it could have been. It happened very quickly in terms of them coming into the restaurant. And then I think they began to speak with the people. The suspects began to speak with the people, and so people acknowledged. I think there was an acknowledgement that there was a robbery there. Robbery was occurring, and I think they responded accordingly to our victims that were in there. It was about 20 people in the restaurant. They responded according to what made them feel comfortable and safe, I'm sure, and that might have been different from each person. Yes.
Chief, thank you for having this press conference.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas, but regardless of the season, this is tough. The 56-year-old father of two,
Yeah.
one teenager, one 10-year-old. They are absolutely devastated.
Yes.
As the leader of this department, how are you feeling right now, knowing that this happened?
I'm feeling very angry. I'm feeling very angry. And I can assure you we're going to dedicate whatever resources we need to dedicate to locate, identify, locate, and arrest these people that are involved in this. But I just, you know, it's hard to understand. It's not explainable. It's not understandable, quite frankly. Robberies themselves, of course, are serious crimes. They're violent crimes. But when you go in there and you decide, you know, on the way out, we're going to shoot two people, that is just callous and heinous. And I think it just makes me angry, and I want to do the right thing, which is to locate these folks and arrest them. And we're going to continue to commit the resources we need to do that, but we do need the community's assistance.
Chief, was there any indication that anyone inside the restaurant tried to intervene or were armed at that time?
Well, I don't know about armed, but no one tried to intervene. No one tried to intervene.
Chief?
Yes, sir.
What do you make of this man that was, the fact that these gunmen shot a man while he was holding the door for them to exit? You talked about the heinous.
Yeah.
Is this to eliminate a witness, or what are your thoughts? And what's your level of concern for any threat to public safety with people who would do this that are out there?
Well, it's a heinous, callous act, and as I've stated, it's unexplainable why someone who is fully compliant in both cases of these two victims would be shot. I can't explain it. I'm not sure, anyone can. But my message to the community is we're on it. We're working hard to solve this crime. We're not going to stop until we do solve it. We're going to continue to work very hard. People need to be vigilant about their personal safety. We're going to be putting some information, if we haven't already, on our social media about personal safety, But, people, to state the obvious, people have want to enjoy their evening out. Some of these folks in there may have been on their way home. Some of them may have been taking a work break from, maybe they work nearby and say, let's go over here and have a quick meal. Whatever the case may be, people certainly have the right to enjoy in comfort and safety having a meal at any restaurant in Prince William County that is open at the time, and they have that right to expect to be that done, safely, and it just tears us all apart in our community and this police department when something like this happens. And we are going to work on this, and I don't know how else I can forcefully say it, except we're going to continue to work on this very, very hard. But these folks that did this act, they need to be identified. They need to be located, and they need to be arrested. That's why we're here. We need the public's help on this very much.
Were any of the patrons or employees armed?
I don't know. I don't know. No weapons are known to me at this time. There were, like I said, about 20 people in there. Did somebody have a firearm, concealed? I don't know.
Chief, did we know where the victims were shot?
Upper torso.
Can you confirm some of the details here? So this gentleman over here mentioned that one of the victims was holding the door for the assailant?
Our victim that was murdered was approaching the front door of the restaurant, and he pulled open the door. I don't know if I would describe it as holding the door for them. Some may describe it that way, but yeah, he pulled open the door as they were coming out. It was all simultaneous, so if you can picture this. He's approaching the door on the sidewalk and just opens the door. The door would be on his right. So he's pulling the door open to enter, and here they come out the door. So that's what we have.
And that was one victim, but what about the other victim? Was shot when?
Mother victim was shot inside the restaurant.
The other victim was shot inside?
Yes.
Can you say what circumstance?
No, not today. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much.
Just to confirm, so one shooter, two suspects?
Yes. Thank you.
We're just gonna air that video, like I said, right here, and like I said, it'll be sent out after we air it. Let me know whenever we're ready. No, unfortunately, no. You're okay.
You're doing everything, brother. Thank you very much.
Let me know when you're ready. Anybody need more time?
Another 5 seconds. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
This is gonna start as the two suspects enter, and then there's gonna be some inside.
Approximately how long is this video?
It's probably about less than a minute.
And this is in front of the door?
This is in front of the front door of the Dennys, and they go inside, and there'll be interior views.
When you're ready.
Hold on 1 minute.
victim who was shot, it says he was sitting there, and as they were exiting,